What is up, people? Welcome to another edition of the QSC Play Out Loud. I'm pumped today, guys. We have a slam schedule. We want to give you so much energy and talk to you about so many things. First off, I'll introduce myself. For those of you I don't know yet, I'm Kristin Wilson out of Orlando, Florida with our DJ Rocks. We are a DJ multi-op based out of Central Florida, where it is sunny and it is cool today and it is not snowing. I'm a wedding and event industry educator, a DJ business guru, and an overall believer in inclusion, diversity, and female empowerment. Guys, look at this panel today. I am freaking pumped. So I've got some amazingly talented ladies with me, and I'd love for them to introduce themselves and kind of just let you in on their world and why they rock. So I'm going to start with DJ Valentina.
Hey guys, DJ Valentina from Rhode Island. I specialize in weddings and corporate events, and I love my job.
Yes. Girl. There we go. We got Bill in the building. What's up, Bill? Thanks for joining us. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Jess.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? DJ Jess. I'm out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which Bill Jacob is out of there too. And I specialize in weddings and unique private events. And I also love my job.
There we go. And let's take it all the way over to California with Bselecta.
Yes, thank you, Mama. I am Bselecta. I am based out of Los Angeles, California. I specialize in wellness and corporate events. I am your vibe curator and your love ambassador. And I also love my job.
Go, girl.
There we go. Guys, if you are not already following these ladies for inspiration on so many things in this industry, I encourage you to do so. All of our Instagram handles are right here in the bottom left corner. I'm not going to even try to point. Guys, so today we just want to talk to you about the wedding and event industry, updating you on education, Clubhouse. But first, we want to celebrate something really important, and that's Black History Month. So let's just kind of talk about like our favorite Black musician or song, ladies, and the reason why you chose it. So I'm going to pass it over to Jess first.
Well, I just want to say what's up to Casey, who's tuning in from Florida, sunny Florida. That's beautiful. And Reagan's here with us too. I want to go to just my all-time favorite song, Jill Scott. Jill Scott is beast. I love her vibe, and it's called Golden. So if you've never heard it, check it out. It's definitely like a woman empowerment song. It just gets me in my zone if I'm ever feeling down. So Jill Scott, the show.
Jill Scott. I love that. I'm going to have to jot that down. Somebody write it down for me, please.
Yeah, I'll text you after that.
Okay.
Listen to it.
Thank you. And we'll go right down the screen. DJ Valentina, what's up, girl? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, baby? So my favorite artist happens to be Beyonce. I don't have a favorite song by her. Do you love her? Isn't she amazing?
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So I don't have a specific song by Beyonce. I just think she's so badass in every way. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to pick a song by her, but yeah, she's definitely my favorite.
Dude, I feel like I have chills because I'm just thinking of like every album she's ever created, and no matter if it's just like the energy you feel coming off the album or the theme, I feel like there's always been a powerful message behind whatever she's doing. And I love that about her, because you could be on the dance floor killing it, but there's a message. And she has done that from day one in her career. And I mean, yes to Beyonce.
She really has done it since day one. Even when she was part of Destiny's Child, it was like, you knew it. Like Beyonce,
yes.
Dude.
She stood out. She stood out. She was that badass that she stood out among all of these other powerful, bad, you know whats. And so we knew it from the very beginning. Eventually, she just went her own way. But yeah, I love her.
Good call.
Yep. And you know what is awesome too? I feel like, and I don't know what there was something I was researching when I was looking at, the history and music. And I feel like she has always had some sort of like movement about her to take the world forward in such a way.
Yes.
So I just have to note that too. Mm-hmm. All right, Bselecta, talk to us, girl. Inspire us.
So yeah, it's that was a hard question for me because I could like my life, like every person I love. This dude right here has been my love my whole life. His sister has been my love my whole life. Yeah. But what I will say, if I were to pick, my choice is actually going to be, and I don't know if it's my favorite in the world, but Lauryn Hill's
Oh,
yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's funny how money changes situations. I mean, let's go with the whole track, and every single lyric that woman spit in that song makes me so excited for life. Like, she's just a prophetic, amazing Black woman who has, I feel
Queen.
like, yeah. It's, I mean, the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that album had to have changed most people's lives. I was working at a record store when that album dropped, and I've never seen more diversity. Like, every person bought that album. I don't care if you were a girl, a boy, young or old, you were buying the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. So that is my choice. And I want to do a quick shout out to you. Oh, tuning in from Kenya. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Cool.
Shout out to Paul, my brother from another mother, Kenya.
Love it. So just really quick, Kristin, I want to thank you so much for bringing this up, because I think that especially in our industry, Black History Month, and talking about, you know, the positive and very important historical effects that Black Americans and Black people in general have had. There is actually a show on Netflix that I would encourage every DJ to watch. If you haven't seen it yet, it's called The Get Down, season 1 on Netflix. It's a story, but it's a story about the beginning of hip hop in Brooklyn. And how it started with Grandmaster Flash and DJ Kool Herc and Africa Bambaataa. And I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, because when I watched that, it gave me so much more of a deeper understanding of the importance of the DJ in the hip hop culture. And it made me feel like I needed to really level up to pay honor and homage to, you know, the importance of the DJ in this hip hop culture movement. So if you
it right there,
yes, go watch The Get Down if you haven't seen it already.
Jess is on it.
Get inspired. And one more thing, I got one more, and then I'm going to stop.
Keep it going. I love this topic.
There is a track called The DJ, and it's from KRS-One, who is another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
KRS-One, The DJ. Listen to it. He gives you the 10 commandments of the DJ. And when I heard this before I started DJing, that was another thing that really inspired me to like be a dope DJ. So The DJ from KRS-One and The Get Down on Netflix. It will inspire you.
I'm in. I actually need another Netflix show to binge when I just need to zone out. So I am definitely looking up that for sure.
You're going to love it.
I feel like I'm going to add one more song to all of this list. It is my theme song of the year, and it is Rise Up. Piercing, and I feel like every single situation, every single movement, and every single, you know, gut-wrenching thing that has happened in the last year, this song hits on that and inspires you to just get remotivated and get out there and make changes in the world. So that's going to be mine for sure. I know it's new, but anyway.
Yeah. Kristin, you turned into a robot a little bit when you told us that.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was my connection or you.
I mean, we got the gist of it, but I think we definitely need to touch base on that whenever you're done with your robotic costume.
Yeah. Is my robotic costume over with now? Am I back?
It's still happening.
Am I back, people?
Almost.
It wants to come back. I feel like it really does want to come back. You're getting close. And side note, Jess, your shirt is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. I got this. I went to it's called the Hip Hop Nutcracker, and Curtis Blow was like the lead in it. He was the MC and everything, and they toured. I think they're still touring, or actually, you know, COVID. So, but this was 2 years ago that I went to go see it, and it was fantastic. They just took the concept of the Nutcracker and kind of, you know, switched it with a hip hop culture beat. It was really
I can only imagine what that's like. I can only imagine what that's like. But yeah, I think Kristin was talking about Rise Up being a track. That was a great track. I mean, when she asked the question about what your favorite artist is and what tracks you love, I mean, there were so many.
Yeah, it's hard to choose one.
I think she's back.
Yeah, girl, you're not pixelated. You're not pixelated anymore.
There you go. There she is.
Yay! Don't you guys just love technology?
Yeah, for sure.
We got JSG's in the house and Daryl from Detroit. What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, Jeff. What up?
I want to say his name.
Cooking.
Right? Galo Leon Gonzalez Villa Gomez. That's beautiful.
That is a good
What's up?
Galo Leon Gonzalez Villa Gomez. Yes, that sounds
you got
right.
this, Valentina.
Welcome.
Girl.
I love this. So, ladies, if I'm back, I want to talk about updates on weddings and events. I think people would really enjoy just hearing like all of your perspectives, because each of us does something a little bit different and we're unique in that aspect and from different parts of the US. So like, obviously, you know, we're all in different phases as far as being able to do events. So let's just update each other. Like, talk to me. Are you doing events? What kind? Are things kind of picking up? And I want to start with B, because I know that, I mean, you've just been killing it on the Instagram with, you know, your wellness events coming back to life. So talk to me. What's new? Are you coming back? How's California?
California is seeing the light of day. It's actually getting better. The numbers are going way, way down. I hope that stays the case, you know. Indoor stuff, if it's happening, I don't know about it. I'm only doing outdoor events right now and online events. So the outdoor wellness space is totally killing it right now. It is absolutely the time. People want to get healthy. They want to get outside. They want to see each other again. So when we talked last time, I think I said I was going to really focus on this wellness thing. Yeah. That was not a bad choice. So the outdoor spin classes and workouts, huge. Outdoor wellness yoga stuff. I'm trying to build an outdoor meditation yoga event coming up when I can do it in a park. And the support for that is crazy. Women in business are ready to go. No offense to dudes. We love y'all. But the female power energy that's happening right now, like women are surging. So we are getting together as a community and we are creating space and bringing people together to shop locally. I'm a part of a local makers market. So work has started to absolutely take off. And on a corporate tip, you know, a lot of them are playing safe and still doing the virtual stuff, but that's not bad either, because it's opening me up to a global audience instead of just what I can locally do. So I just did a gig for L'Oreal and it was so awesome. And they combined a DJ with my best friend is a nutrition and fitness expert. So we actually collabed on how to give them like a vibe and some wellness, mind, body, soul wellness. We call ourselves the Wellness Vibe Tribe. Holler at your girl if you need me. It is working. It is going. I'm really excited.
What's up, BB? Yes.
Sheila's in the house.
There we go. I love that. So in Florida, our National Association of Catering and Events Association, I'm a part of the COVID task force. So we just launched guidelines in Florida, which if anyone has been watching anywhere, it's like June, Florida open, boom. And like, we didn't really have like one standard of regulation. And so I'm really excited because this just launched 30 days ago. And we're starting to meet with like each of the mayors, as many as we can, to be like, hey, we can do this, we promise, and we can do it safely. So our events are definitely coming back, but I think that there are still people who are cautious and kind of waiting on the vaccine. But I will share just one exciting event that I just landed. It's actually not in Florida, it's in Nashville. And it's at a venue called Collective 615. So if you're not following them on Instagram, it is a female co-op workspace, and they're doing an event next month that is basically, there's a charity involved for human trafficking, and they're also doing company diversity training. And then their big kind of keynote speaker at the end of the event is Donald Miller with Story Brand. So I'm like super pumped to be a part of this event. And all the yeses in the entire world. So
amazing.
I'm super pumped about that one.
I pound you for that. You're doing big things.
Boom.
For you, girl, with that COVID task.
Me and my ashy hands coming through.
What's the name of that club again in Nashville?
On Instagram, it's Collective 615, and it's owned and operated by Kathy Thomas Photography.
Okay,
she's doing super cool things up in Nashville. If you're not following her, definitely you should
follow. Cool.
Boom. Jess, what's going on? Talk to me.
Pittsburgh.
Always something going on with you.
Pittsburgh. I mean, we're the same. You know, it's still, I think it's like 10% capacity for any events. And there are some venues that are trying to get around that with saying that they are a restaurant, which has different restrictions. I can't spit off numbers specifically because I'm going to be honest, I stopped listening as intently because it was really starting to get to me. So I'm not here, you know, talking about the numbers, but I do know it's 10%. I do follow wedding groups where couples have been posting that they're worried and, you know, looking for other venues. And then there's venues that are just kind of doing their thing, you know, they just don't care. And that's their choice. That's fine. But as for me, I mean, inquiries are still coming in strong, I believe, for all of the DJs in Pittsburgh. And so, you know, couples are still planning a lot of 2022, obviously. I've still had a handful that are postponing. A lot are actually moving to West Virginia, which is a state, you know, right next to us. It's right over the border, man. I'm like an hour from West Virginia. They have lesser restrictions. So couples are finding venues there and booking events there. So I just had somebody move from October back to August for their wedding. They want to get it taken care of and done. Corporate, nothing, dude, nothing. It's all virtual. People are still planning virtual personal events too. I have a baby shower in March that I'm doing with 4 different groups of friends on Zoom, and we have all these different activities going down. So I'm just kind of focusing on the virtual world and honestly really enjoying the downtime to just go at my business and the back work that I never had a chance to do. Like, I'm loving this. I'm scared to get back. I'm excited, but I'm like, I like this shit.
Sure, I'm with you on all of that.
Right? Yeah.
Be able to do the back work. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of fun to dig into that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so great. We have someone watching from Ireland. My last name is McKelvey. Are we family? Cormac, Redmond?
Yes. What's Ireland? What's going on in Ireland? Can you comment and let us know? What are you doing? Are you doing events? Are you virtual? Are you guys live? I haven't even Googled Ireland.
Yeah.
What's going on.
Let us know. Let us know what's happening. Kristin, you're starting to robot out again. So why don't we get to Valentina? Let us know what's going down in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so Little Rhodey has not been doing so well. We have actually been shut down for literally since COVID has started. So not really exciting over in Rhode Island. I'm not there now, but hence why I'm traveling. So for me, it's been more restaurants and you know, some clubs here and there in other states that have been opened. And that's really just been the extent of my events. But I've also been traveling just like you, Jess. Like, I'm really just loving the downtime because you know that when it gets busy, we literally have no time to breathe. And then once events start to kick open again, it's going to be insane. So I'm really just relishing in this time that we have off and just soaking it up, traveling, because once it starts up again, we're not going to be able to do what we're able to do now with this downtime.
Where are you at right now?
I am in Florida. So Florida has been my little getaway because it's the closest to Rhode Island and it's really the only place that's open. So Florida has been my little getaway since the pandemic.
Yeah, that's awesome. What part of Florida are you in right now?
Fort Lauderdale.
Ooh, girl. I had my foot run over by a Range Rover in Hollywood on spring break. So I've been there.
Right? Okay. So Ireland let us know that they're locked down very bad and they've been extended another 6 weeks. He needs to hear yeah, it's too, but I feel like we're working on it, right? Like it's going to be over at some point and hopefully soon. And when you talked about,
I think so. I think it's coming.
Yeah, I think it's coming. We just got to be a little more patient for a little longer. And I understand people definitely are over it. I definitely feel that vibe for sure. Yeah. Bringing back while we're waiting for Kristin to unpixelate, back to the down time stuff that we get to do that we don't normally get to do. I wanted to share with you guys and the world one of the things that I saw last week, I watched this webinar on the spirit of music. It was a webinar hosted by this bass player named Victor Woodard. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, he was talking about the connection of music and how deep it can really be. And I was thinking about this coming from a DJ perspective. You know, a lot of times when we're in the whirlwind of gigs,
everybody's in that. Where'd we all go? There we go.
Are you there, Jess? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, so when we get in the spirit of gigs and things are like moving and we don't do any of this stuff, we lose some of this stuff and this connection to music. And it had me really thinking about our jobs as DJs and how influential and important we can really, really be. We really are channels between music and people. And the effect of music on people goes way deeper than just playing a track that somebody likes. They talked about how music can cause water to move into shapes. And dude.
Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Listen to this, and I'm going to stop. So music, like you've seen it with sand, I'm sure, and it's called something. I'm sorry I don't have those words, but anyway, music can put shapes into water. They use it in space to move water because there's no gravity, and our bodies are made up of 80% water. So he was like, if you think you're just listening to a song, you are wrong. It is causing a whole body shift. I won't talk forever about that. You guys know I can ramble forever, but I just really want to encourage DJs to get reconnected to like the deepest parts of what music can do and come from that place instead of just gigging and trying to get through it. Since you have a little bit of time, go back to like trying to really feel your music, because I think that's going to exude out of you when you perform, when it is time to get out
without a doubt.
Right? And that is going to change the game as far as your career goes, because people are going to feel it. It's going to change the game. I want to talk about it more, but I won't do it here.
No, thank you for sharing.
I love that, by the way.
Yes. Yes. Kristin, you're back. You're back, Bill.
Yes. And you want to know how I got back? I kicked my husband off the internet.
Go ahead, girl.
I'm like, stop using my bandwidth, bro. I'm live.
Semantics, that's it. Sorry, they're tapping in. So Morgan said she did a 3rd grade science project with exactly what I'm talking about, and it's called Semantics. Thank you, Casey. Yeah.
What? This is wild.
That's dope.
Yeah. Dig deeper, y'all. It'll change your book. I bet you.
There literally is a science to it. Like, as far as I was talking to a client early this morning and explaining how, you have your sales pitch and you explain yourself and how you do what you do and how you do it the way that you do it and how you do it differently. And so part of that was to explain that creating a different experience for every part of the event, starting with the prelude to go over to the cocktail hour, how it's a different experience and how you can literally change people's moods based on what you're playing. So there's a definite science to it. And I find that so fascinating. So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I have always felt that way too, but I didn't know there was a science to it.
Oh, hell yeah. There's different.
You know it, right? Like you feel it and
Yes.
it. You just don't know what else there is to it, but it's there.
Yeah, there's I know like a little bit about the HZs and how the different frequencies will connect to different parts of your brain to kind of help you feel a different emotion. Mm-hmm. And I actually was like, I want to do a conference topic and I want to present on this. Maybe we should all team up and do that. But then I was like, oh, is it too new age? Is anyone really going to vibe with it? And I also wanted to use it first before I went to speak about it, like really be conscious about what types of, music I'm playing and how that can affect the mood of an event. But totally dope. I love it that you all vibe with this too. And Kristin, you're on it. We're going to get you, girl, on this.
Yeah, this is what I mean. And I feel like too, whenever, so obviously like I DJ and like I curate my playlist and creates based on like the mood and the event and whatever. But like in my personal life too, I'm curating playlists based on mood on my Spotify. So like, even when when I go bike riding too, there's only specific songs and a specific type of vibe that I will listen to when I'm like on my bike. This is wild. I can't wait to like Google this.
Yeah, it's awesome. His book is called The Spirit of Music. I wish I could get you guys the webinar, but it's only available on this group that I pay to be a part of. But it's so cool. And Jess, talking about, you didn't want to go too far. You can get super duper deep and lose the masses for sure, but you can also bring it back to a more general.
Yeah.
I think DJs, all musicians, he talked about how the people that are most disconnected from music are musicians, because think about it. When you hear a song now, like for me, I'm like, oh, that would be a great spin track, or I could play that at yoga, or I'm going to mix this with this song. Like my brain goes into work mode instead of just listening to the music. But we as DJs, if we can really get this, I just feel like it's going to level up our game.
Here it goes. Is that the book?
Yeah, man. Victor Wilson. He was so dope. It was so dope.
I'm about to order it.
Oh, yes.
I got to check my budget first.
Well, I got you. I'm going to send you a book. I'm going to send it to you.
So I have it written down. So Get Down on Netflix, the DJ, KRS-One, and Spirit of Music. Got it.
Thanks, B. Thanks, B.
So speaking of all this and education and learning, the world has been shut down forever, but I am so ready to get back to, obviously I'm going to keep my list of books and things like that, but where are you ladies getting inspiration? Where are you going for conferences this year? If you are going, talk to me about education. Let me start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Jess.
Oh boy. Where do I go for inspiration? Here it is right here. I talk to all of you and I'm inspired by you, and I make it a point to connect to at least 3 DJ friends, whether new or already here, a week. I found that helps me when I feel like I'm in a funk. I connect. Clubhouse, obviously, with goals, but we're going to talk about that later. So yeah, that's where I go. I'm just interacting with our community, and that just keeps me sane and lifts me up. As far as conferences go, this has been
your hot spot. Is it the trigger for you?
I know. Stop. I know. I love conferences. They fill me up so much. But then I'm like, I just have to be intentional with finances, which that's a dope intention, right? So I'm going to Midwest DJs in April. I got my ticket for that. I'm really excited. And then I'm going to, did I tell you I bought my ticket for the Collective? Did I tell you that? I don't know.
Yes. Last minute. Yes. You
were so bought the ticket for the Collective.
Did you just get it, Jess?
Yeah. I just got it yesterday.
That's the one in Arizona that you're
speaking.
Yay,
get to see there.
Yeah. Kristin is speaking at it. Valentina's going. And then in July, planning a female DJs retreat, which, Kristin, of course, you're always invited, but you have all these wonderful things going on. But these 2 lovely ladies are coming, and I'm so excited about it. I booked a place in Georgia, and it's freaking fantastic. You should see this spot. So that's just 8 to 10 of us going, and I think it's just going to refill our souls. We're going to talk business, do self-care, and then I want to see where that goes. I know Michelle Miller, DJ Run That, has dreams of hosting a big female-themed conference, so that's something that's in the works for the future. And obviously, it's not a man-bashing thing at all. We're not here to do that, dude. But whenever you have an underrepresented group within a community, which is a DJ community, I think they need to get together and try to close that gap. So it's not about saying we're better than men. It's just about community so that we can close this gap.
Amen.
Yeah.
I love that. So side text me dates because we'll just see.
Okay. Yeah.
B, what are you doing this year? Do you have any conferences or if not in person, where are you getting your education from?
So a lot of the stuff I'm learning is through a lot of online webinars, like that one I spoke very lengthy about just a second ago. I looked into the conference in Arizona. I'm holding down 2 mortgages right now, so that one was a little bit tough for me, but I absolutely have the intention to roll up there to see all of you guys, because if you're going to be there, I'll just stay with my homie and I'll just peek in every once in a while and meet you for lunch. I'm super stoked about Jess's female retreat. That's the first one I've ever actually said I would do, and I had it in my heart, and I really like the idea of connecting with other female DJs. This platform actually has encouraged that. It's something I've always desired, so I'm excited about that. And then honestly, I booked myself into another small retreat. It's not DJ related, it's self related, but I feel like the deeper I get connected with all of that stuff, my music gets better. So I'm pulling inspiration from a few different places, but coming from a place of purpose has given me some specific direction with my music, and that's working out really well.
I love that. Guys, we have Sam in the building. What's up, Sam?
Champagne. Thank you for the compliment.
So I'm pumped. First of all, Valentina, I did not know you're gonna be at the collective. I am super excited, and I'm side texting all you guys right now because we're gonna have to plan a dinner when we get there. Yes. I'm kind of like same as Jess. So I will be at Midwest DJs Live, which I'm pumped about because I've heard great things about this conference. I heard it's a little bit smaller, not like gigantic, and they pack it with really great content and production. And I'll be on a big girl stage speaking. So I'm really excited about my topic. I'm so pumped about my topic. And then I've got another conference in July, and then I've got DJ Collective in November. So that's kind of my schedule right now, and we'll see where I go. I usually try to find one conference outside the DJ world, usually in marketing or something like that, to kind of bring in a different perspective. And then tons of books too. So we'll see. Right now, I just finished my kind of social learning book called My Black Best Friend. I just finished that one. I'm working on a book now, which I kind of have to take it in chunks, but it's called Profit First. And it's really just looking at your finances differently, which, hello, who doesn't need to do that? So those are kind of like on my books list this year. So
that's dope. Kristin, I can't wait to see you speak and be at Midwest with you. You're killing it right now.
Listen, I'm not the one on Clubhouse every other day. So can we jump into that real quick? Because I don't even, yeah. So for those of you who might be living under a rock, there's this new app called Clubhouse. And I just kind of want to jump into that real quick because it's a new technology, and just go because you're like coming at the screen.
I want to hear where Valentina's headed though, too.
Oh, crap. I forgot. I was like, I thought I knew your whole schedule. Yeah. Valentina, where are you going this year?
Pumped over Clubhouse.
Yeah, so for me, I am going to be investing in the DJ Collective, obviously. So I'm excited that I get to see a couple of friends that I know joining us. But that's I've heard so many good things. I didn't go to the one last year, and I heard so many good things about it. So I was excited to be a part of it this year. The other investment that I have is Engage Summit. That's like I went there for the first time last year and absolutely fell in love with the entire process of the event that they put together. I was just mind blown at just how amazing it was. So that's definitely something that I plan on continuing to invest in. So those two are my biggest investments this year. And I'm really looking forward to joining Jess and the crew, because for that, just having a bunch of girls together who speak the same language, have the same passion, it's really kind of a hard thing for me to find. So when I find girls who have the same passion for what I love, I just think it's really cool. And they seem to be really on the same wavelength as well. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I love that. I've been to Engage once, but it's been like 6 years, I feel like. I might have to look back into that one. We'll see.
Yeah. Valentina, I love it that you are going to something different than, just DJ conference. Same with you, Kristin. That's so smart. I never thought of that. I'm going to work that into my life too.
So there's one.
I mean, I feel like I pull inspiration from. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Definitely.
Jess, you should look into the Digital Marketing Summit. I feel like you would fall in love with that one.
Okay. I'll fall in love.
Yep.
So before we get into the Clubhouse talk, because she's not going to say this herself, but I know you know this, Kristin, Jess is killing the Clubhouse game. She is so dope on Clubhouse. Y'all need to follow her. Her content is so good, so informative. She's an amazing moderator. So it makes perfect sense for her to speak on this, but I just want to give props where props are due. Jess, Clubhouse and you and I spoke about this. It is the way, girl. You are killing it, and I'm super
Thank you. Thanks. It's hard for me to take compliments. I'm going to work on that.
Jess.
Thank you.
Tell people about Clubhouse. Clubhouse is the jam.
Shall we, Kristin?
Yeah, it's all you, boo. I can give a little bit of an intro. I can tell people we reset rooms and like you just talk and like whatever, but like I'm going to pass it over to you on this one. So give everybody who is watching or listening just kind of like an overview of like what is Clubhouse and how can I use it for me as a DJ or in my business?
So I feel like a lot of the viewers, I mean, just the ones commenting, do know what Clubhouse is. So I don't want to go too much into detail, but it's still in beta mode. So that's why it's only on iPhones right now, because it is in beta mode. So a lot of stuff is being tested out. And I describe it as, a constant place of education and connection that is almost like a live podcast where you can also talk. Like that's how I talk to people, and I mean, I feel like everybody that hops on it, you have to be invited. That's part of the beta thing. And you get the invite, you sign up, you go in. I remember my first time on, I was at the gas station and I jumped in. I think it was the DJ's vault room. And I was like scared they were going to hear me, But when you enter a room, you're muted. You're in the audience. So it's all good. You could be wherever. And you definitely want to set goals for it. Like my first 2 weeks, I just couldn't stop. And I felt like dizzy and kind of nauseous by how much I was using it. And I'm just like, oh my God, I got to figure this out. So now I have a goal of, I use it for any goals that month. Like right now it's Instagram and sales. So I'm hopping into those rooms, and I made it a goal to speak on stage twice a week because I think that's important with my goal of wanting to present at conferences. And I'm also collabing with Frank Smith, who's in the audience. He's in Virginia, right, Frank? I always forget. I think you're in Virginia, but we're collabing to put out DJ content related Clubhouses starting this coming week. So we organized all of our topics yesterday on the phone. We're working through speakers and such, which your names came up, of course. And this coming week, we're doing a topic on Twitch, and then we're doing something on backup gear and your backup plan. So just kind of things that you would hear it at conferences and such, and maybe something you would think of, but we're really trying to hit it up on like things that DJs don't typically talk about, that you want to know. Like the one I was like, what about the next day when you have the wedding hangover? You didn't drink, but you have that wedding hangover where you can't get up out of bed. Let's see if anybody has a cure for that, and let's bring them in so they can tell us how not to lay around on a Sunday, and a Monday and a Tuesday. But yeah, I love Clubhouse, man. That's my shit. And it was said that you shouldn't go on Clubhouse and go onto the speakers panel. If you're in the car and clap, like don't do that because it sounds really crazy. So if you're in the car, just use it properly and don't clap because the background noise sounds weird. So just like a little piece of advice I picked up.
I feel like you're definitely an early adopter. I'm still like, I don't really know. Like I'm gonna just like sit in the corner of this room and like listen to what's going on because like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know. And then I feel like too, then I'm like, because I'm the type of person that when I go into something, I am all in. I'm talking like 100 A+ student, like the whole 9. So like, I feel like if I'm going to do Clubhouse, now I need a strategy for like 365 days. So I can't just do like one thing. So I don't know. Valentina, have you been on?
You have to be ready for it, right?
Yeah.
Valentina does a great job. Valentina, you sounded so good when you hosted that room with Chris, and I forget who else was there, but your voice just sounds phenomenal on Clubhouse.
You are so sweet. So I've been actually just toying around with it. I don't really know the ins and outs too much, but I know that it's a platform that I definitely want to incorporate into my business and even in my personal life. There are some things that are really important to me that I would love to just kind of start the room, start the topic, and just get that going. So thank you for that. I really, I appreciate it, Jess. Coming from someone who is apparently the Clubhouse guru.
Oh, Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy, what about you?
I'm a listener right now. I'm a listener, but I'm amazed. I was not going to do it. If I'm being for real, when someone's like, have you heard of Clubhouse? I was like, I don't want to know about any other social media platform that I'm supposed to build for myself. I'm not, I can't. I still haven't worked on my Instagram, which Jess inspired me to do through Clubhouse. But then I finally listened in on one room, and it wasn't about anything DJ related, but it was just cool to see how so many people from different places. The one I was listening to was about prison reform, But there was like a shaman there talking about bringing mindfulness in. There was an ex-con in talking about the rehabilitation process. There were lawyers and doctors and all these other people who were collectively discussing this one topic, networking with each other, and coming up with a plan. And I was like, oh, this is dope. This is different. This is something different. So then I, you know, like you, Kristin, I'll get all in. I was up one morning from 1:30 in the morning before listening to Clubhouse. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. So I have to check myself because I can get kind of a little deep, but it is such a great resource for information and for networking and collab. Really dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm kind of feeling like? I'm kind of feeling like, and tell me what you guys think about this, but when it comes to like learning, I feel like perspective is something that is huge. And I feel like hearing other people's story really impacts what you know and how you move forward. So in kind of a sort of a way, maybe Clubhouse is that kind of barrier that breaks down for us to where it allows us to connect with people outside of our own environment so that we can learn. And just like you said, like, you know, an ex-con and a lawyer in the same room, like when is that ever going to happen? Like ever?
Speaking authentically.
That's pretty amazing, actually. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, you know, even too, like, and if you bring it to like the DJ world, like how many times do you like sit, you know, across from the screen and you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to connect with that person because they're like, you know, so much on this, you know, you put people on pedestals and it's almost like pedestals disappear, you know, no more like it takes away the untouchability, you know?
I love that.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
And I think that's why it's so cool. I think that's why people are starting to kind of gravitate toward it. Because for me, for instance, I had an invite, and you know that like initially you have, I think, 3 invites. So they're like gold. So my first invite was really kind of like a gift. And so for a whole month, I didn't even think to click on the link and sign up. But after hearing it so many times, it just took the right time to hear it from someone for it to hit. And I love it. I love the aspect of being able to talk to different people from different walks of life and all in one room. I think it being organic, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Man, I love you ladies.
Kristin, I think, Kristin,
we love you too.
I think you need to use it as a platform to share your knowledge whenever it fits you. You know, if you don't have the time, don't do it. But I could see you just like crushing it, having people ask you to come in and speak and stuff. And that could be how you do things. You know, I think that would work well. Just like any other social app, you know, you have to use it with intention. Otherwise, it can take over your life.
Yeah. Here, Frank just commented too. He's like, that's what I love.
And I think she will too. Like,
hold on. I'm going to read what Frank says. And then Valentina, I want you to chime in on this. He said, okay, so Clubhouse is the only platform, chat platform. Wait, let me rewind. Clubhouse is a chat only platform. And that's what you make it based on who you follow and what interest you pick. Actually, that's so true. Because I did start following a couple different areas of life. Education, networking, sharing, receiving, sincerity in the voice. Yeah, I love that. Man, get it.
Yeah. Frank's
today.
I met him through Clubhouse, and then he reached out to me to do these rooms. And first of all, I was like, hell yes, you know, because I'm working on validating my self-worth from outside perspective, but that felt good. And here we are, you know, we found out how alike we are. So that's just, I love it.
It's cool.
Okay.
That's
so
crazy.
There.
Valentina wanted to say something.
Yep. Go, Valentina.
No, I'm good. I think I'm done. It was probably nonsense anyway. So you're good.
Girl, you always speak what you feel. It's never nonsense with you.
I love it. Ladies, what a great conversation today. Is there anything else we want to throw out there or update people or drop some knowledge for anybody before we kind of wrap up our conversation today?
I shared everything I really wanted to share. So thank you for that opportunity.
Yep, I love this. Okay, so let's wrap up by saying a huge thank you to QSC for allowing us to have these open DJ discussions and share our experiences and our knowledge with your audience and our fellow friends. If you want to connect with any of us and share or follow up with conversations, you can head over to any of our Instagrams. All of our handles are in the corner. I'll let the ladies say their goodbyes, and I'll wrap up by saying, what's up, Kristin, Orlando, RJ? DJ Rocks. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say
go Jess. Go
okay.
Jess.
DJ Jess out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm so thankful for these. Thank you, QSC. Thank you, Brad. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's such a bright light in what can be a dark world sometimes.
Bselecta out of Los Angeles. If you vibe with anything I'm talking about and you want to know more, I am so happy to chat. DM me. I'm right there on everything. And thank you, Kristin and Jess and Valentina, for sharing this space with me. It's truly an honor to be with you, ladies.
Yep. And Valentina.
DJ Valentina,
Rhode Island.
Yes. Yes. So out of Rhode Island, I want to say thank you so much, Kristin, because you are the one who reached out to me. And I just really appreciate you and the opportunity. So thanks for having me. Girls, you guys are so awesome. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, DJ_Valentina.
All right, y'all. Peace.
See you next